Hi there, my name is Carbon, and welcome to the first episode of my Pokemon Care Guides. In this new upcoming series, I'm going to run through the Pokemon evolutionary lines and give you care guides on how to raise, train, and keep different species and types of Pokemon. Now, I'm sure you're sitting there thinking, well, why should I trust this guy to tell me how to raise a Pokemon? What does he know? Honestly, fair questions. I'm a Pokemon breeder, always have been, and always will be. I grew up on a Pokemon ranch in the Unova region, just outside of Striaton City. My parents raised all kinds of Pokemon, but tended to stick to grass and bug types. They made their money breeding, raising, and selling those Pokemon as pets and trainer partners for people. Growing up there was really fun. Don't get me wrong, my parents used me and my sisters like free labor to help take care of the Pokemon. And if I didn't end the day covered in dirt, sweat, and string from the Caterpie nest, then Dad knew I'd been slacking. But that was also where I fell in love with raising and breeding Pokemon. My parents taught me all the tools of the trade, from how to house a Pokemon properly, to what to feed them, and even how they should be interacted with on a daily basis. I owe Mom and Dad a lot. When I got older, I decided to follow in my parents' footsteps and set up my own Pokemon breeding center. I moved to the Sinnoh region and bought a big slice of land near Eterna City, butting up against the edge of Eterna Forest. If you live near the area and have ever noticed the big sign over a dirt driveway that says Homestead Breeders, that's me. But unlike my parents, I didn't specialize in just a few types of Pokemon. Really, I just raise what strikes my fancy, and what Pokemon I think will sell the best at the time. After all, this is a business. I have to make money too. But that also brings me to why I've decided to make this series. In my experience, it's hard to find care guides and accurate information on how to care for your Pokemon. And I'm not talking about just sticking them in a Pokeball and feeding them the generic food from the store every night. Yeah, you can raise them that way, and many trainers do, but in all honesty, I don't agree with it for most Pokemon. I mean, yeah, you should have a Pokeball attached to your Pokemon, because it can be a big help. Transporting your Pokemon becomes a ton easier with a Pokeball, and it would prevent other trainers from mistaking your Pokemon for a wild one and catching it by mistake. But keeping it in the Pokeball at all times isn't something I subscribe to. So, this guide won't be for trainers looking for ways to train up their Pokemon or to get the perfect Pokemon, whatever that means. I've had a few customers tell me that. No, these guides are going to be for the average, everyday person who wants a Pokemon to just be their everyday companion. I'll go over how the Pokemon should be housed to best effect, what food is best for them, the best way to interact and raise them, and more, depending on a few different factors for different Pokemon species. Just to go over a few things that you'll see in the coming videos, like I said earlier, I don't like to feed the Pokemon I'm raising on store-bought food. There's nothing wrong with that, and honestly, with some of the bigger Mon, that's the only feasible way to keep and feed them. But more often than not, I will be recommending a more natural diet, which means berries for the herbivores and prey for the carnivores. And yes, that means I will be saying things like feed this one X amounts of frozen Rattata, or give this one half a Burmy twice a day. If doing that makes you uncomfortable, I completely understand. Doing a natural carnivorous diet isn't for everyone. I just wanted to give you a warning here that that is what I will be recommending if I think it's for the best. Another thing is that I won't be giving specific prices for anything in these guides. Between all the different regions and towns, prices can change drastically on almost everything, especially the prices of Pokemon. So instead, I'll be using a scale of general terms to describe the average price you'll be spending. Those will be very low, under $50, low, between $50 and $100, moderate, between $100 and $200, high, 200 to 500, and very high, which is 500 plus. This will help give you a sense of how much something will be to buy or set up. An unfortunate blockade to some Pokemon lines are simply how expensive they can be to keep, and one of my goals with this is to help you identify which ones will be within your budget. Lastly, I will be treating getting older as a Pokemon is going to be evolving. if the Pokemon is able to, of course. I can already hear the people in the comments, but Pokemon don't always evolve. Yes, I understand that. There are certain care methods and items that can be used to hold off evolution. And sometimes a Pokemon will simply resist the change, which is fine and natural and normal. I'm not saying that it isn't, but there is a tendency in both wild and tame Pokemon alike that as they get older, they tend to evolve. As they accumulate life experience, it is a natural thing to happen. So that's how I'm going to treat evolution in these guides, as if it is going to happen as the Pokemon ages. That way, all forms are covered for those who do want the evolved forms. So yeah, that's about everything I want to go over in the beginning. Uh, why do I feel like there was something? Oh, yes, the Pokedex. Now, the Pokedex can be useful on giving some data on Pokemon, but it's best to take that data with a grain of salt. Plenty of the entries in there, especially for ghost type Pokemon, are based off of old rumors and myths about that species. So don't be surprised if I say something that contradicts what's in the Pokedex. Well, those are the ground rules. From now on, I'll be giving out guides on Pokemon care for the savvy owner. If that means you, then welcome to the new series. I hope you find them useful and informative, and hopefully they will lead you to find the best Pokemon partner for you.